just celebrities, like you said earlier, not just cosplay, not just science fiction, but sometimes it's just about the four-wheel stars. I mean, it's about the cars. With me right now is my friend Jeff Burke, and you brought probably the belle of them all of this whole car show. You brought the 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse, a replica of what Paul Walker drove in the movie The Fast and the Furious. So tell us about this car.
Oh, well, this car made me want to pull my hair out. I literally finished this thing 20 minutes before I rolled up to Comicon this morning. About a month ago, I was kind of getting tired of my Night Rider car. I've had it for a long time, and I was like, you know what, I want to build something different. And being myself, I always do these things at the last second and then stress out. So I was like, you know what, I've always wanted to build the Fast and the Furious car, and especially with the unfortunate passing of Paul Walker, I wanted to do something to kind of pay homage, because, you know, that movie got me into cars a lot more than I was originally. I mean, I always had that baseline because my mom drove race cars and such, but, you know, I was always into the cars. So, luckily, you know, I'm in a club called StarCarsUSA.com. I'm the vice president. So we're kind of familiar with building TV movie cars. So we got on Craigslist, found a donor car, got it, you know, got the body kit, got that on, rusted out the paint and body, and the car had a collision in the back. So I mean, full reconstruction on the back end, molding of the fiberglass on the roof. Fenders are all fiberglass, freaking front bumper fiberglass, rear bumper, side skirts, the whole bag, it's all fiberglass. So it was a lot of work. Definitely a lot of people, you know, putting forth a lot of effort, a lot of local businesses putting forth a lot of effort to help get this done. Quiet Custom Paint in Mesa, Arizona is responsible for the paint and body work. They did a beautiful job on it. Beaver Stripes in Phoenix, Arizona, they were responsible for staying late yesterday to help me get all the graphics that weren't painted on the car fixed on there. You know, WillItMakeIt.com, my buddy Glenn over there, I'm with those guys too, and you know, he's just helping me get the little odds and ends together to get the car ready. And then Dave's Metro Auto Glass, he's supplied the glass for me. I work for him, but you know, I put the window in, but he gave me the glass. So you know, it's the little things from the local businesses that help us to be able to pull this stuff off. So,
well, you know, you put a lot of time. I've seen being a Facebook friend. First of all, that's the cool thing.
yeah.
So, you know, and I didn't say it earlier, but welcome to the show. This is awesome. A lot of time in all of our cars that we've done. And this is not the only car that Jeff has done. We've done other cars. But this car, obviously, I think the main attraction for this, if you're down here at PCC, there's no doubt about it. You got the custom, it's a lot of custom work. I mean, look at the detail. We've got to show the detail of this car.
Yeah, I mean, we've got the HID projector headlights. Those are fun to wire up. It's got the VIS body kit on it. They no longer manufacture the RoboCar kit. RoboCar is unfortunately no longer around, but this car is 20 years old, so it has inky wheels. Axis no longer makes the wheels that were on the car in the movie. It's got, the graphics are actually all painted on the car with the exception of all the tangerine colors and the Toyo that's on the fenders. The fenders are fiberglass, custom made. It has an APR Performance aluminum spoiler. They use stock taillights in the movie, so I had to go find a set of stock taillights. That was fun. And Extreme Dimensions was kind enough to hook me up with a partial sponsorship on the roof scoop, which is the correct one from the movie. You know, the exhaust system is just a custom exhaust of my own design. I like to do my own. The plate, you know, playing around with different options, trying to find something that being that this is the first car that Paul Walker ever drove on screen in the Fast and the Furious, I feel that it was perfect to have Furious 1, because this is the one, this is the first, this is the pilot that started it all. You know.
Although I think it had California plates, didn't it?
It had
The
Arizona
last
red
one.
plates.
Really?
Yes.
So it was still okay.
Yeah, he was in California, but he was from Arizona.
I mean, look at the design. I mean, this is. I mean, I remember you mentioning that literally, what was it, this morning?
Yeah.
The spoiler mount.
Yeah, getting the spoiler to work. Last 20 minutes before I headed down here this morning, and I'm actually working the car outside that Riviera here. I've been up since 3 a.m. this morning getting the car finished, but this is 3 different spoilers that I pieced together to get it to work for the car out of stock that we had at the house. I've actually had this black and silver spoiler for about 10 years. I got it from my buddy that I was stationed at Luke with off of his car, so it's kind of a special piece, and I wanted to make sure it was incorporated into the car.
And of course, as you can tell, yes, the rest in peace, Paul Walker.
Gotta pay tribute.
You got some homage to that. I'm pretty sure that, and of course, Fast and the Furious 8.
Fate.
Yeah, Fate is going to be the next one. So you're also working on the interior.
Yeah, I'm working on the interior. It's pretty much all stock right now. Trying to work on finding the correct seats and everything. The only thing we really have done was we managed to recreate the steering wheel. Sparco unfortunately wants quite a bit of money for their products, and they're not willing to help out very much. So we took a $40 eBay steering wheel and hub set, and we put the Sparco horn button, which is the correct button from the movie. All we have left to do is put the bracket behind for the red buttons for the spray. That's not going to exist on this car, but it'll at least be there for show. So.
Okay, what's in the trunk? I'm curious.
The old tinted taillights that came with the car, a couple pieces of plastic. Actually, this car had quite a few holes in the trunk from the stock spoiler that they never filled in when I got it. And we had a really heavy rainstorm about a week ago, and we didn't realize, we found all these mosquitoes, and we're like, where are they coming from? We popped the trunk this morning and popped the spare tire out, and there was about 4 inches of water in the spare tire sump. So we spent the morning vacuuming out the trunk.
We also have,
Yeah, I have the 420A non-turbo. In the movie, they used the turbo motor. Well, they didn't use the turbo motor. They pretended that they used the turbo motor. In the movie, when you see them pop the hood, it's the 420A non-turbo, which is in this car. And they just had a DC Sports header. And the T4 turbo that they were talking about was non-existent. It wasn't even there. All I've done to this one so far is a cold air intake. I'm not going to go crazy with it. It's just for show. There's definitely no go in this car. And I almost got beat by a Cavalier this morning.
So, where can we find? Because I know you weren't. This is not, like you said, this is not the only car that you have done. You've done cars for movies, right?
Yeah. I built a Smokey the Bandit Trans Am. That one's actually going to go back for reconstruction now. Arizona is unfortunately very harsh on stickers, as we found out, so we're going to go more painting on decals from now on. But that one's getting a fresh motor and all new paint. I've also built, a ton of Knight Rider cars, about 4 18 bands, and eventually my wife's car will get done. That one we're taking our time on, but we're building the Impala from Supernatural. So
nice. And I was talking. You mentioned it earlier because I always like to, thank people who serve our country. You are a veteran who has served our country, and obviously this is something that's a real big labor of love for you. See what you've done. I've seen you kind of gave a little bit of a timeline on this car and some of the other cars you've actually designed. So where can we find your stuff online? If people want to see these cars,
you can actually rent cars. We run a website called starcarsusa.com, and you can go on there. We're actually going to be updating it soon to add this car and a few others that have recently come into light. But we have multiple owners in town. It's a free website, so if you have a TV movie car or something that you think was in a movie, or looks like something was in a movie, we can add you to the website, and people can go on there and get your contact info, email, phone number, whatever you feel comfortable putting on there with a picture of your car, and they can call you and rent it out for conventions or birthday parties, whatever you're feeling comfortable with. So it's just a nice website to network and get the people to be able to bring these to out and show them off.
Now, being that you've done cars, what kind of car do you think Calico would be outfitted with? What kind of car do you think? We talked about this.
Yeah, we did. I mean, you got the SUV already. I think we need to have it to where the guns come out. You know, we need an SUV with guns.
What, maybe a cat emblem?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yeah, we can do something like that. I mean, the possibilities are endless. It's like cosplay, you know. I envy these guys that do the cosplay outfits, you know, the Iron Man suits and everything. I go buy one offline and I feel awesome, you know.
And you were Thor last year.
Yeah, yeah, and I bought that one offline. I can't build costumes, but I can build cars. It's just like they come over here and they're like, great, I can build costumes, but I can't build a car. It's like, here, you know.
And you also put in the windshield. The windshield was a recent addition. Was that this morning too?
Yeah, I put the windshield in this morning before I put the spoiler on. I actually work for Days Metro Auto Glass in Phoenix. So my boss was kind enough to supply a windshield for me.
Well, that's always good. And you've got a lot of this detail. I mean, this is so detailed, what you're doing. And once it's finished, hopefully we can a chance, because you noticed that you were doing the interior, doing a little bit more with this car.
Yeah.
Hopefully we will be able to come back and see the finished product. You know, after Comicon, we know it's going to happen after Comicon. But hopefully we'll be able to see the finished product. We're going to hopefully we're going to be able to see the finished product of this vehicle, because this is an excellent, excellent car.
Well,
a lot of work to it.
I have an Alpine radio sitting at my house waiting to go in it, so we have the Alpine radio just like the movie, except I don't do touchscreens. It's expensive.
So what else can you tell us about this car before we
my wife likes this car, but she hates this car because I've been stressing out all weekend. It's been upsetting her. I'm sorry, sweetie.
I think she'll forgive you if you let her drive the car. No?
Yeah, I might. I don't know. I gotta get it all tuned up first. But yeah, I let her drive Kit one time. She knows what she did.
So you know, and I think it's great. I think it's great that you have a chance to bring it out there. So check out the car show, like I said, going on the whole time here at Phoenix Comicon until May 31st. You're going to want to get down there to see this car, the other cars that we brought down. Excellent, excellent car. And like I said, belle of the ball. I think this is the hottest looking car you got here. So thanks for being here, Jeff.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time on The Watch on Breaking News Journal.